So let me talk about the ACE admin template, leader bed and booking, and how I would apply this to that. Um, I would have somebody read the spec, be making decisions. The specs are key. Um, and I looked at the spec enough to know that we should be taking an existing page and adding a column or some information to it. And ACE template and Kendo UI are actually ideally suited for that. So I'm going to show you how I would use that. But first, let's use what ACE template is good for. It's a theme. Notice how this is all very Google-ish looking. I'm not sure if Google-ish is our theme, but for the moment I think it is. Um, so all the colors harmonize and the styling's consistent, and we've got progress bars and grittier notification, little dobs and dials. And if we want more fancy things, we can get to the dashboard here, I guess. Yeah, so if we want something pretty like this to show someplace, we can do it, no problem. Just have Nate copy and paste. So what do I want? Leader, bed, and booking. So maybe this is part of it, sure. I could take this, and is that right? Let me see. Why don't I open up a Word document, and I'll just take screen snaps of what I think might work. Okay, not this. This is something else I've done. This is interesting, actually. You might look at this sometime. This is a table, right? But look, we've got 3 lines of information, right? And you can sort on each of them. But see, the thing is, you don't need to sort. Like if you sort on FY fiscal year, you don't need to sort on WSIP funds or CIP funded, because they're all the same. If you've sorted by fiscal year, then the next thing you want to see is WSIP funds or something like that. I'm not sure how it works out. Point is, that's one solution. If you do want to sort on individual fields, though, you can do that too. Look at this. So here, what if you want to sort on just project code? You can do that. Now look, this is one row of data information. So you can so your problem is frequently, I see this on your pages. Your problem is we don't have room to add another column, and how would it look on a mobile device? I don't think this looks very good on a mobile device. You can scroll around it. It's not too bad. It's not too good. What about... That's why I like the ACE template, actually. Well, this should be like leader beds and booking, right? You have your leader bed here, a confirmation number. Here you might have last occupancy. I don't know. Maybe this isn't so good for leader and bed and booking. This is more of a price column adjustment thing, right? We should have charts and stuff like that in our applications. Flow charts, look at that, to help clarify confusing processes. Build them into the UI. It'll just make everyone's life better. Nate can do this for us, actually, because Nate makes these sorts of things really well. So he could do that. And, oh right, but what I wanted to show you was on, they've got a really nice timeline on here. Check this out. I picked this timeline out for them, and it's just gorgeous. And you can show anything on it. Like, this could be an HTML page or a video. And you just give it a URL. It takes an XML file, and it builds itself. And it's, like, marvelously responsive and beautiful and adaptive. And I think this should be our timeline. We're going to choose widgets and components, right? Outside of the ACE template, this is not part of the ACE admin template, and I really like it because it's beautiful. So maybe we can find some stuff that's themed like this. That'd be really nice. We should make a pitch to David. You know, does he like this look better? Or does he like the Ace Admin look better? See, we've got bolder colors going on here. Um, well, we need to have a meeting with David and discuss that. But I wanted to see. I remember there was a badge in here. What was it? Was it in the gallery? It was like a price list or something. Something that you would use for like a booking your leader beds. It was very attractive. Pricing tables, maybe? Yes, this is it. Okay, so this is what I think we want for leader bed and booking. So leader bed booking. And I'm not sure what will fit where. I'm shopping for color, a feel, a shape, an emotion, and a tone right now. I'll worry about functionality, adapting this to functionality in a little bit. But for right now, maybe this is kind of nice. This could be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This could be like bed. This could be, and it could be like, you know, yeah. Okay. So let's take something like this. And then we could have like a little scroller here maybe or something like that if you wanted to do it. Or maybe this is like a calendar pop-up view. What's the calendar look like? It makes sense to use a calendar for a calendar interface for leader bed and booking. Leader bed booking. Why not do that, right? I mean, everybody understands how to use a calendar. Yeah. So how would Nate or I do this? Well, let's see. I would open it up in Firefox because I haven't found or I found and lost a good Chrome screen capture. Actually, I'm shopping around. I need to upgrade all my widgets and all that. If I had all those cool tools installed and got a chance to use them more frequently, that would be awesome. I could totally get that out of the job at backroads.com, I bet, if I were doing code work very much. That would be awesome. Okay, so I am going to screen grab and copy the complete page. And I'm going to paste it into Word like we want Nate to do. So Nate, this is how I want you to make leader bed and booking. And then what I have to, should there be a little crop thing? I want like the crop tool. I don't even know how to use Word. I'm such an idiot. Alright, well, I don't need to. I'm just going to write under here, for leader bed booking, use a calendar interface, please. On each calendar day, show the details pertinent to a leader, such as tasks, links to something, etc. Also show in the calendar interface the leader bed status. Allow it to be editable with a click and have an icon on the side if it's locked, such as when viewing someone else's calendar. Right? So, in addition to just being able, we should have permissions, right? You can see it, but you might see it in, and if you can edit it, it should have a lock. And also, just before new users, also put lots of edit icons after editable fields in the calendar. Right? So it's going to say something like on 11th, leader bed task, pick up bicyclist at blah blah blah, click for details. Task 2, blah blah blah, 8 o'clock bed and that's his reservation time. Bed reserved for you at 3 p.m. So yeah, it should be in here on an hourly thing, like, right? If he's got hours, it should say, like, it should say here, maybe on the 11th, it should say bed reserved in Bookhouse 1, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. till 4 p.m. tomorrow, or whatever it is. Right, okay, so that would be friendly. That would be nice. Let's do something like that. How do I write this down so the guys know it? Here's a detail of what I want in each calendar square. Alright, so let's go back to here, my ACE template. And I saw something earlier, that thing that looked like a price list. Ooh, maybe these. So this could be also something we use for leader bed and booking. Pending, approved. I like these shapes. Let me see. Screen grab. Copy, visible, selection. Okay. So let's just get this. Right. Okay, and then I'll go back to Word. And then I'll paste. Okay, so what do I want to say about this? This is another way to show it when you click. So, except add a lock icon or a edit icon next to status. When you click on the edit icon, it drops down to show your choices. When you this also happens when you click on the flag itself. So the whole flag this is a flag. So the whole flag is dropped. Change pending to what did we want instead of pending? It was tentative. Change online to confirmed. No, it should be approved to confirmed. Change approved. Because look at approved, it's green and it's got a good flag. That's good. Approved to confirmed. Change pending to tentative. So hopefully Nate can spell better than me and type faster than me. I'm better at this, but I'm not trying to talk at the same time. I'm under pressure. Change pending to tentative. Change approved to confirmed. This is another way to show it. Keep styling consistent. So that's directions to the developers. Except add lock icon or an edit icon next to status. When you click on the edit icon, it drops down to show your choices. This also happens when you click on the flag itself. Change pending to tentative, yes. Change approved to confirm, yes. What do we want online to be? Change online to be canceled. No, because blocked is canceled. Change online to action needed. Or report in. Or report in. We should have a discussion, a short discussion with leaders if they want to add or change from this list. On the other hand, let's just give them this. It's a great start, and if they want to add or edit later, we know where to get more. Should I get the icon? Let's see. Where's the icon? I want to get the timeline. No, I don't need a timeline for leader bed and booking, do I? Maybe. Yeah, actually, I kind of do for their tasks and for scheduling their planning. Yeah, that would be cool. You'd have little icons here, right? So let's see. How do I do that? Oh, I know. I could screen grab and copy a selection. And let's get this. And we'll mark it up. Actually, no. Let's get the top part because that looks better. I like the picture of the girl, and it doesn't have that scary bug thing. Screen grab. Copy. Complete page. Actually, let's just get the complete page. Because you know what? This would be good for something else. Can the leaders change their bed and booking their bed and booking details from an interface like this, so they can see their daily details and their bed is just one of those details. Turn it red if there's a problem, and they'll notice immediately when they check their schedule. So actually, what scheduling software do we use? Do leaders use? Do we have a official scheduling software? I guess it's whatever you have, Outlook mostly. Outlook's not bad. You can do some great things with Outlook. The problem is maybe it's not applied consistently, or there's no page for it. Maybe you just need a customer-facing Outlook calendar for your employees. Every employee gets to log in and gets to use Outlook. It could be as simple as that to solve your leader bed booking problem. You know, half your people are trained on Outlook. The problem is that half of them weren't using it. So, you know, it's kind of a shame to get rid of Outlook, because maybe some of the people actually liked it and it worked for them. And they're going to be kind of bummed or pissed off if we discontinue it. So why not keep Outlook and have this be a front end for it? What if this were the customer-facing view of Outlook? And then you can put all your other stuff in there and start integrating your planning and stuff. I don't know, what do you use for your planning software? So I view your leader bed and booking problem as an integration question. What is your corporate, what do different people in your office use for planning their daily activities? What's the daily planner? It should be a daily part of your daily planner, your daily manager. So what's your company daily manager that you use? And does everyone have it? If not, then you got to give it to them. Hey, and it should be available on the browser, on the mobile device, which I think most of the good ones can now. So let's build something like that. And then this leader bed and booking is just a part of our generally scheduling and time management software thing, application, whatever we want to do with that. Anyways, I was actually looking for oh, this is better. Yeah, I like this better. Yeah, this is a better timeline for us, I think. So I could say it'd be a better look for us on a daily view. This looks like kind of like the London Metro map that's so famous. It's good design, and it's kind of modern and clean, and that's kind of, I think, the Backroads image. You know, I think the Google look, it harmonizes with the Google, well, because it comes from the templates, they're all meant to harmonize. But I really like this. I think this represents us well. It's a Google map look, and the Google map look is a map we want to be associated with, because Google Maps rock, and everybody knows that. And if we look like Google Maps, then we look like we rock. We do rock, so there's nothing wrong with looking like it. Backroads rocks. Why don't we have a rock theme? I want a rock theme bicycle tour. And I want a Burning Man. I decorated my bike and spray painted it so I could bring it into your Backroads and then park it at the BART station and not get it vandalized. So I pre-vandalized it. Only in kind of, it looks kind of good. It looks like a Burning Man bike now. But I don't think it'll get vandalized if I just park it there. And lock it up, of course. But, I mean, they tell me that wouldn't have been enough, even. So, I have to come back and give that bike a try and see if it stands up to the vandal test. It's camouflaged to hide from the vandals, to look already vandalized, but it's really, well, it's actually kind of a beat-up bike anyway, so if they vandalize it, there's no loss. It's beat up and wasn't that good to begin with, and if they steal it, I don't really care. But it's pretty good. It's only a mile to work, so it's not like I need a performance bicycle. Any bike is just great. Oh yeah, I wanted to find the icon though. See, it's fun to do this. Nate will enjoy doing this too. Blank page, no. Widgets, no. Forms, no. UI and elements, I bet it's in there. Buttons and icons. Okay. So, I want to give you the button and icon. Oh, here we go. So what icon did I want? Well, something for leader, bed, and booking. You know, like a bed. Do we have a bed icon? Bell? No. A booking. Leader, bed, and booking. Okay. Few hundred scalable icons. See all icons. And these. The developer should not have to choose the icon. Nate, if he wants a timeline, he should go to this page in our library. We'll have a library for Nate to browse through is what we need. I propose we put one up now, and we say, Nate, these are things you can use in your wireframes. And we start with the ACE template and Kendo UI, and also this timeline, because this timeline is beautiful. And if he wants any of them, then he can put them into his mock-up and request them. And then you guys can go here and decide if you want to build it or if you want to build something like it on your own. All right. So, screen grab, copy, selection. Let's say, imagine this for the timeline of a vacation tour on your public website. Hard to imagine? Well, then let's just use it on our website for our staff. Yes. Well, then let's just use it on our website for our staff. Great. So how could you use this? Well, you could have leader, bed, and booking one of these items here, right? So you click here, and it tells you all about your bed and booking. Look, or wait, a map. Hey, that's nice. Wouldn't it be nice if our leaders could see like what they're supposed to do? Here's your map. Here's your bed and booking. You know, and we can put whole details in it, right? So I want to see leader, bed, and booking as one of these little things. And here, I want this to be a detail. So instead of actually a movie, a document. It should be like a form. Do I have a form document? Will that work? Yeah, so maybe something like this. That could be a PDF, doc, PowerPoint, PSD, etc. This is all free, by the way. Google Docs, Google Office. If you make an Excel spreadsheet, this will automatically generate it if you use like the right columns. You need like a URL for this, or a PDF, or a doc, or something like that, etc., etc. Depends on what you're using. A website. You could include a link. So this would be great to give to the leader. So like for a website, that could be log in and check your booking. Whatever. I don't know. It would be nice to interview the leaders, learn a little bit more about how they live and what our needs are. This could all be updated pretty easy though. So it's kind of a nice way of solving the leader bed and booking problem. Of course, writing all that out would be tedious. As you've noticed, writing is tedious for me. That's why I like to talk and record video for you all. So I know I'm a bit insistent on video. I want to record everything, and that sounds kind of crazy. But you saw how painful it was for me to type things out. And a lot of these ideas are low percentage chances, you know? I'm throwing them out there, pitching them to you. Maybe you won't like them for one reason or another. Not a priority right now. Maybe something to put in your back pocket for later. Or maybe conflicts with other things, or whatever. But hey, if I get 30% of these guesses right, and I make a lot of guesses about what we should do and how we should do it, how things should look, I think just clearing house, you know, we can do a lot of hard work really fast, really quick this way. So maybe once he makes this, he should propose this. Nate should give this to David for review, because David wants to look at the style, and he can, you know, read this proposal over that Nate's going to say. You know, okay, so this should be this. What else did we need to do? This is the easiest, most straightforward implementation. Change. Add a picture column on the left for the leader, maybe. How social do we want leaders to be with this? Should they even see each other's pictures? Maybe instead of users, this should say house, or should we add a column or a row? When I say add a column, I mean that figuratively, because remember, we can always go back to something or another. Oh yeah, we can always go back to several good table options. Here's an interesting one. So with tables, we should have the result option to show and hide columns. Now I set this up already. I've already coded this. Not using Kendo UI. It's actually using data tables. If you like data tables more, I could shop you this code. This would be very useful for leader bed and booking. It's a little tedious if you want to like dive into a lot of details and see a lot of information. This is better for if you have a lot of clients. But here's something interesting. Check this out. Even if I get rid of all the columns, it shows that I can hide columns. So what if I had a column like this? This is just a table inside of a table data cell. And I hide all the other columns. So in here is one table data. And I put a complex form. And then, well, it just looks like I've got stacks of form. And that's really neat. And you can export it as Excel or CVS, or copy it to the clipboard, or export it as a PDF or save it. And that's very handy. You can search all your columns. Let's see. Show results styled. So here, here you can see two different versions. So you could actually set this to be, it's actually like, kind of think of it as a theme switcher or a menu switcher. Like you could just put the buttons right up here, and say old legacy, new style view. That's the legacy view over here. Sorry. This is the legacy view on the right. Here in blue. That's how it looks on the old computer system. This is how I'm proposing we should make it look. Basically, I envision this as being drilled down. Right, you can toggle these open, and I'm actually doing that. Right, that's actually I'm just saying that in there we should repeat the job details, so you should be able to search on all of these little sections. And we should have something like this for your applications, right? We should be thinking more on a screen and let you slide open panels. So I think a lot about page flow. We could start with leader bed and booking, right? Maybe leader bed booking is just a slide down of another page, and then you can see more at once. You can open up what you need to look at, and you get just like a little, it'll just say leader bed booking here, and then above it would be leader bed trip planning, and then up here would be parts lists or whatever like that. It's just another kind of menu that we want to think about. Oh yeah, my icons. I keep forgetting what icons I need. Let me go back to my Word document. A lock icon and an edit icon. Well, that's certainly very easy. So that's a good job for a UI designer or a user experience designer or Nate. It's not a good job for a programmer because they'll pick them out one at a time, and then they won't all look like they match, which will be annoying to the other people who are designers. And some of the users will appreciate matching icons too that all sort of harmonize. Can I do a find? Edit. No. Edit. Okay, sure. Do I like that edit icon? Yeah, I guess so. Can I enlarge it? No. Presumably they can enlarge it. These can all be enlarged, so they can make big buttons on iPhones and stuff, no problem. Probably that should be the default assumption. So here's something that will help the programmers is if Nate would be kind enough to include a URL with his screen captures. That's not the button I want. Where's the edit? Oh, I got the wrong one. I grabbed glyph icon share. Glyph icon edit. And yeah, I guess I forgot the URL for this. Okay, you're gonna have to find it, developers. That was gonna be my job. My job was going to be looking at this picture, finding the picture in the code, and doing and then giving the HTML to Gordon and Joshua, or maybe pointing Joshua to it. I don't know. Like I say, I think I engineered myself out of a job here, because Nate can totally do this. Except I don't know much about leader bed and booking because I never read the material. I guess it changed. Apparently, when I was asking John about it, you, when I was asking you, you said mm, that it changed so dramatically. It wasn't any use anymore to me. So I shouldn't spend my time reading it. But somebody needs to understand it and do this sort of thing I'm doing right now. By saying use this, this, and this, and specifying how it should be. Um, I'd love to talk about use cases building and how we can do that quickly. Because I don't have a use case here. What I need is a use case. Something like Jack comes in, checks his email, it's approved. But it's tentative, so he gets an email notification. It says tentative. Please click here. He clicks here. He goes to this page on Atlas, and then he elects to change it from tentative to declined because he doesn't want to stay there that night. And then after that, he wants to go and check his bike parts or his if his payments, if his check has been cut yet, maybe. Whatever. Um, so I want to get some use case scenarios going on here and some user modeling. I can help build you like some standard internal customer types. Give you some factory-made personas to start off with, just until you get your major distinction of variations different. Anyways, time to go. Boring.